confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 909, with 11 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 10 additional cases were reported, with no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Bella Shaw. It's Thursday, October 28th. Halloween is just days away, and as you're getting ready to celebrate, remember to take the proper safety precautions. Here is a North Torrance home that went all out on Halloween decorations. Citi Cable's Christine Lee dropped by to the home on Spinning Avenue and 170th Street to capture the elaborate display for us. Walking or driving by homes decorated with ghosts, pumpkins, and witches is the ideal way to spend the holiday this year, as public health officers warn us to avoid large crowds. They say outside activities like this, or going door to door to trick or treat, should be fine as long as you do it with your immediate families and stay in small groups. Also remember to wear a face mask over your nose and mouth and get creative if you're giving out candy so you can do so safely from a distance. If you're planning to host a Halloween party, public health officials recommend keeping them small and outdoors if possible. Avoid haunted houses and other situations where crowds could gather. And it may be a good idea to check everyone's vaccination status, as public health reminds everyone that the best way to protect yourself and others is to get the shot. The LA County Department of Public Health will host a virtual town hall tonight to address any questions and provide the latest information about COVID-19 boosters, vaccinating children ages 5 to 11, holiday safety, and more. It will be streamed live online. To ask a question, log into tinyurl.com/LACVaxTownHall. As we await federal approval for the kids' COVID-19 Pfizer vaccine, a lot of parents are saying they're actually not planning to get their kids vaccinated. The Kaiser Family Foundation released survey results that show the majority of parents do not want to give their 5 to 11-year-old children the shot right away. Only 27% said they will vaccinate their children as soon as the vaccine becomes available. Pfizer presented positive evidence about its kid-sized vaccine, saying it's more than 90% effective against symptomatic COVID-19 in younger kids. And the U.S. Food and Drug Administration said the benefits outweigh any risks under a variety of scenarios. But not all parents are convinced that it's a necessary step their kids need to take at this time as overall COVID case numbers steadily decline. They also seem mostly concerned about vaccine safety. About 76% of those surveyed said they were very or somewhat concerned about long-term side effects, and 71% worried about serious side effects. A growing number of people are also worried about the vaccines potentially impacting fertility. About 66% said they were concerned about the vaccine's effects on a child's future fertility. Public health experts hope continued outreach could dispel some of these fears. This poll was conducted from October 14th to the 24th. Delta Airlines will use facial recognition to speed up the airport security process. Starting next week, airports in Atlanta and Detroit will test out the new technology in partnership with TSA PreCheck. The company plans to use biometrics to let passengers drop off their bags, go through security, and board their planes by simply showing their face. Delta officials say the facial recognition technology has been years in the making and will speed up travel. Other U.S. carriers, such as American and United Airlines, are also piloting biometric ID checks at limited airport locations. But Delta wants to be the first to offer full curb-to-gate security centered around facial recognition. If the technology is successful, it will reduce the need for agents while streamlining check-in. A TSA representative says passengers would be verified and moved through security in just 6 to 10 seconds. Travelers can also use their biometrics at the gate with no boarding pass or ID needed. This testing program is launching just weeks before the Thanksgiving travel period, when Delta expects 2.5 million passengers to pass through the Atlanta airport. El Super grocery stores are in hot water after employees claimed that they were forced to work while they were sick with COVID-19. Dozens of locations have been fined a total of more than $1.1 million for cases involving 240 workers. The citation stems from allegations of failing to pay or delaying supplemental paid sick leave to workers affected by the coronavirus at 38 stores, including 21 stores in LA, 4 in Riverside, and 1 in Anaheim. An investigation by the Labor Commissioner's Office found some workers were forced to work while sick. Others were told to apply for unemployment while quarantining or in isolation, and still others waited months to be paid. A spokesperson for El Super says the claims are false and not supported by evidence. They also insist that they have always been complying with labor laws and called the citations baseless and irresponsible. The chain was also cited back in July for similar violations, affecting 95 workers at 3 Southern California stores. Meanwhile, Costco is making headlines for a more positive reason. It's raising starting wages for the second time this year. Hourly store workers in the U.S. will make a minimum of $17 starting on Monday. Costco has around 180,000 U.S. employees, and 90% of them work hourly. The company has among the lowest turnover rates in the retail industry, $2 per hour above Amazon, Target, and other competitors' minimum wage. It also offers $5 more per hour than Walmart. Costco's latest pay bump comes as many businesses, especially those in the service sector, are raising pay, offering signing bonuses and sweetening their benefits packages to attract more workers. Wages in September across the private sector grew 4.6% compared to that time last year. LA County officials held a virtual town hall meeting yesterday regarding the lingering foul odor in Carson. The Department of Public Works reported making significant progress in reducing the stench coming from the Dominguez Channel, and for the first time, county officials confirmed that they are looking into the possibility of chemicals from local refineries, chemical plants, and other facilities being partially responsible for the smell. They said they are attempting to rule out as many things as they can, including a theory that something was shaken loose by the 4.3 magnitude earthquake near Carson last month. The Public Works Department oversees more than 480 miles of open channel and has taken responsibility for the odor. It also continued to treat the channel water with a non-toxic and biodegradable odor neutralizer. High-intensity lights will also be installed to eliminate photosensitive bacteria believed to be contributing to the odor. Officials have said decaying vegetation was the cause of the smell, but on Wednesday they added that they've had a more extended and persistent release of hydrogen sulfide than they have ever experienced. As of Tuesday, more than 1,300 Carson residents were relocated to hotels, and air purifiers were continuing to be distributed to affected individuals. Assembly member Muratsuchi will fly to Europe next week to continue his advocacy work on climate change. He is the chair of California's Joint Legislative Committee on Climate Change Policies and will attend the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Glasgow, Scotland. He will be attending as part of a delegation of California legislators, including Governor Gavin Newsom. Muratsuchi authorized Assembly Bill 1395, the California Climate Crisis Act, which seeks to establish a roadmap and framework for California getting to carbon neutrality by or before 2045 and reducing emissions by 90%. He says California is the world's 5th largest economy and will lead by example to show that you can grow the economy and create jobs, all while transitioning to 100% clean energy and clean vehicles. Muratsuchi represents California's 66th Assembly District, which includes Torrance. Veterans Day is quickly approaching. It's on November 11th. But we will be celebrating all week long, as Veterans Appreciation Week is set for November 7th through the 13th here in Torrance. During that week, the city and the Torrance Social Services Commission will thank our veterans through a virtual recognition program. Community members can take part by submitting a tribute message to honor the special veterans in their lives. Anyone interested can email a brief tribute video message to veterans@torranceca.gov by Wednesday, November 3rd. Photo submissions will also be considered with messages. You can learn more by going to torranceca.gov/veterans. The City of Torrance is now accepting applications to name the Torrance Transit Park and Ride Regional Terminal. Naming a new facility is very important, and city leaders want the community's input. The application deadline is Tuesday, November 2nd. You can submit your ideas to torranceca.gov/facility naming. An ad hoc facility naming committee will meet on Tuesday, November 16th, to review all the applications and make a recommendation to the City Council. The new transit center is located along the 400 block of Crenshaw Boulevard, just south of Del Amo Boulevard. Goals of the roughly $20 million project include reducing single-occupancy vehicle trips and improving regional mobility, linking Torrance transit routes with other providers such as Amtrak, Greyhound, and Metro. You can take a virtual tour of the construction site on future episodes of Weekends in Torrance. And speaking of Weekends in Torrance, you can catch new episodes beginning Friday right here on City Cable. Episodes begin at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, come celebrate the fall season at Mr. Jack-O-Lantern Pumpkin Patch in Torrance. We'll introduce you to this local family and give you a tour behind this local tradition. Then meet new El Camino College Superintendent and President Brenda Thames as Christine Lee sits down for an exclusive interview. She shares with us her passion and vision for the school while serving in this leadership position and what she hopes to bring to the students and faculty with her experience. And on Sunday, take a few minutes to relax with us as we give you a tour inside Burke Williams in Torrance. See what COVID-19 safety measures are in place to ensure a safe and relaxing experience for visitors as well as their staff. Weekends in Torrance kicks off tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can watch it on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Fios Channel 31, or stream it on our website as well as on YouTube. Well, before we go at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. The Torrance Parks and Recreation Department is hosting a family movie in the park event at Wilson Park this Saturday. Grab your costumes, blankets, and lawn chairs and join other community members for a special viewing of The Addams Family Under the Stars. The event kicks off at 5 p.m. with live music by DJ Ozzy and food from some of the most popular farmers market vendors. You can bring your own picnic baskets if you don't want to buy. A costume parade follows at 6 p.m. and the movie will begin at 6:30 p.m. The event is free of charge and registration is not required. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.